Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and a clash that we have in store today. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on a team recharged after a much-needed bye week, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Bulls will put total leather and we'll get started. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Tulane's offense takes the field. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
On the run, it's Hughes. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Now he's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Throws to the tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. The Bulls offense will take the field for the first time. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Bulls want to move quickly.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the 1st down. And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Brown will throw it quickly to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Makes the catch and knocked down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Bulls looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. He'll do it himself. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, USF!
It's what makes this offense so hard to stop. When you've got an athletic quarterback, you've got to worry about him in the running game. And there on the option, he makes the right decision, keeping it, and he caps off the opening drive of the game with a TD.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. To the ground with the back. Makes one man miss. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Thompson to throw. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The defense was on to something there. They were sensing screen might be coming up. D-line did a great job staying home, getting close to the running back and tackling him for no gain.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. Well, they tried the play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake the handoff, and receivers generally are running routes further downfield. So the offensive line has got to be able to hold up that extra second to give their QB an opportunity. They weren't able to do it there.
3rd down coming up.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
7, Tulane, 0.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got an open man. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Bulls will hustle to the line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Wide out in motion. Brown wants to pass. Unloads it left. He's got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulls. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quickly complete. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying...
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. Thompson wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Wiggles free. He's going to run it. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. The Bulls want to crank the tempo. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. Plows through the defense. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
That's reeled in. It's Winton. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Slips a tackle. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Bulls will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Comes out throwing on first down. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Thompson to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He finds his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Tulane right back to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Auburn has the lead right now, but I'd hold off on that celebration over at Toomer's Corner for the moment. This one is not over. They're up by 11 over Georgia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Brown will throw it. Fires to the tight end. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Smashes through. At the 45 on his way. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Gets it out quickly. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Brings up third down.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to go up top on first down. Lofts one deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa.
About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. Brown wants to pass. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
On third down, going up top. Finds space on the right. Afterburners coming. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
They'll line up for a second down play. Oh, it's a reverse. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. The Bulls in the hurry-up. To the air on 1st down. Snags it. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the 1st down.
Handoff from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown Bulls. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Thompson wants to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down.
And that's good enough for 1st down.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Green Wave. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
He looks that one in nicely. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big, but you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Bulls line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. 1st down here for the offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Thompson to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw, using the quick game. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the misfire now on second down. They're going to throw it again. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Got his man quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Trying to get to him. And the pass hits, picked off. He'll try to take it back. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, South Florida. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
And the extra point is good.
Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. A first down for the offense. He's going to pass. Quick strike complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Thompson wants to throw. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On third down, he drops to throw. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback will audible. On fourth down, going to the air. Throwing right. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They're trying to get to him. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. Brown will throw it. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, USF! And the punishment has been extended. They push out this lead in the fourth quarter, and it might be enough to give them that elusive second win of the season.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Auburn is ahead early in Jordan Hare, but that's not exactly Bo Jackson out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Georgia. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This is like a gift to have starting field position like this, Jesse.
You're absolutely right. It's ideal. And, David, they practice this. Sudden change situations, you have got to be able to pay this off now if you're on offense.
Yeah, and you want to pay it off. You practice it, but set up in a goal-to-go situation. This is as good as it gets for this offense to succeed.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Touchdown Bulls! And the pummeling has started. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Going for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Thompson to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. He'll try to do it himself. That's caught. It's Preston. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Power football with the run. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the 1st half and starting off the 2nd half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They'll run it from the gun.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They move the tight end all over. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. From the gun, running back on the move. At the 20, he's got space. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. quarterback's just going to take a knee. Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to